The day after my 20-year high school reunion, I decided to go see my brother run the Race for the Cure in downtown Kansas City. We went down to his office to park, and he stretched and warmed up for the race. Now, I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning after a night of partying, so the only thing keeping me going was the Zip Fizz my brother gave me. His office was close enough to the race that we could just walk over there, so we headed out to join the hundreds of people that were making their way to the start. The race started and ended at the renovated Union Station. They rerouted the train so that now it's a fully functional Amtrak station again. There really were a lot of people and sponsors there. They had dozens of tents and all sorts of products were being given away and sold. Johnny went to say hello to some business associate friends who were carrying cow balloons so that they could find each other in the mass of people.
How's the family doing, Johnny?
You're doing great.
Good, how you doing? Like to know me?
After saying hi, Johnny went to find the spot for runners that could do 8-minute miles.
Thank you again. This is just such an awesome event. Such a great event. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay. So should I follow you?
Thank you, Roxanne, and thank you, Ameristar. Our next.
After that, we seemed to be waiting for quite a while as the ceremonies droned on with a stream of announcements for corporate sponsors. It kept getting more and more crowded, and everyone was inching forward, waiting for the race to begin. Eventually, the race finally started. And they're off! And they're off. And they're off. The runners and the walkers were all mixed together, and it was kind of a confusing mess on the street. But it was all just for charity, so race times weren't so important. There were definitely a ton of people. It was really impressive, getting so many people to come out so early and on such a hot and humid day.
Oh my God,
I was getting so warm that I ended up taking refuge in an air-conditioned catwalk. It had a great view of Kansas City, and the finish line too. First runner came in shortly after 14 minutes, so it was really a quick race. As more and more runners came in, I started to worry that I might miss seeing Johnny across the finish line. Luckily, I just caught him with my camera as he was passing. It's strange, but Johnny's been running since we were kids, and I never actually watched him race until that day. Johnny met up with some friends and we hung out for a while. But as the sun started rising higher, it kept getting warmer and warmer. Luckily, we left the festivities before it got too hot. We still had to clean up and meet up with my family for dim sum. We ate at the Pine and Bamboo restaurant, back in my hometown of Shawnee. It was nice having everyone there. Lizzie was back in town and even my friend Doug joined us. I don't think anyone noticed that I was getting this shot. After that, I was back on a plane for my trip home. It's funny, I used to call Kansas City home, but my parents don't live in the house I grew up in, and most of my friends have moved away. So even though there's a lot about LA that I dislike, it's where I hang my hat now. And I have to admit I love living near the beach. The weather is just incredible, and I was looking forward to riding my bike down the boardwalk again. So as we were landing, I realized I was actually glad to be back. And that pretty much concludes the end of the trip for my 20-year high school reunion.